Hi folks, this is a Sunday ramble really. Um, First of all, an update on Mick. You know, he had the motorbike accident and he broke some bones in his shoulder and was finding it quite difficult with pain and bruising. Well, he and Pam decided to go to Scarborough for a day out the day before yesterday, and he fell. And as he fell, Pam says she heard the shoulder crack again, where it was just beginning to mend. He also hit his head very badly. He went to the hospital, to the emergency unit, and they examined him, and a big lump was coming out on his head. And although he was having difficulty walking, they said he could go home. So his friends and Pam sort of virtually had to carry him to the car and put him in it and drive him home. Today she sent for the doctor because he was having trouble. His eyes were fully dilated and not reacting to torchlight. And they went to casualty in Leeds, St James's, and it appears that he has very severe concussion. Again, they let him home, which I can't understand. But they said that he mustn't read, he mustn't watch television, he's got to rest as much as he can for at least 3 or 4 days. Then he can maybe read a little, but if he gets any effects from reading, then he's to stop and not read and take it easy, and it could take quite a while for this concussion to sort itself out. So I would value your thoughts and concerns for Mick and for Pamela. My weight's continuing to go down. I was awarded Slimmer of the Month for August because I'd lost more weight than anybody else in the group. And I'm beginning to sort of really recognise that it's going down. I'm hoping that this week I'll have lost about 3 or 4 pounds. Yesterday we went to Newcastle for the pipe meet. This is our second meet and there were 4 of us. And it was a really good afternoon. The Cuban Cigar Club where we meet were very kind to us and made us drinks and made sure we were all right. And we were just able to talk about tobacco, pipe smoking, and generally put the world to rights. So things should be a lot better for the world from now on. We stayed there for at least a couple of hours. I mean, I didn't get back till nearly 6 o'clock. But it was a good afternoon. It was good to meet with the others and to be able to talk and just to share a pipe together. Ours can be a lonely hobby if we haven't anybody to smoke a pipe with. I haven't told you what I'm smoking. I'm in my Bowery pipe and I'm smoking Bengal slices. Which I like so much that I've ordered another 4 tins for my cellar. Things continue to go well. I'm continuing to enjoy things in life. And I was very pleased to see my favourite rugby club, the Super League Leeds Rhinos. They won their match yesterday. So they've moved a little bit up the table and seem sure to stay in the Super League. and I'm busy finishing off the Lensman series. I've got another 2 books to read, then I'll have finished and I'll take on something else. The other thing I noticed is that there's a film coming out soon about Tolkien and the Inkling Society, and about his life and about the effects of the war, and about their writing and their family's reactions to their writing. Tolkien's wife was very much against what she called his fairy stories, which I just can't understand because they're brilliant. But I suppose as a well-known Don at Oxford, you're not expected to write such things. I don't know. But keep your eye out for that. I can't remember what it's called, but it'll be a good film. And I guess it will come out in the States before it comes out in England. I don't know. One of the advantages of a pipe club is that you get to know what other people are smoking. You get to know their view on it. You get to know a little bit more about them. And that was certainly true of ours. So if you're ever up in Newcastle way, it's usually on the first Saturday of the month, although that might change a little bit depending on shift systems for some of the guys. Just drop in and enjoy the visit. We were asking them whether they would allow us to do a video in the shop to give them some advertising, but they were concerned about the law of such things in England. They didn't want to get into trouble, which is fair enough. But they're a nice team there, and the girl, I think it's Rebecca, I'm not sure. She smokes a pipe. She's got a couple of pipes, one for flakes and one for ordinary tobacco. And it was quite nice to see her smoking in the corner during her break. They also have a couple of Vaughan Shire pipes there, which I was very, very drawn to. It was a close thing as to whether I bought one or not, but I thought I'd better not. I'm really liking those pipes. Anyway, I shall stop there because I don't want to go on too long and bore you. But I hope you have a good weekend, or have had a good weekend. And I hope life treats you well. The advantage of getting older, and I feel that I'm getting older now, I'm 69. I don't feel old. In fact, the little boy in me is still there and still gets me into trouble occasionally, but I tend to look quite innocent when I'm being challenged by Carolyn or anybody else. So I do get away with it a bit. Anyway, all the best to you, and I'll see you when I next post.